They're going to do it. Elon and DARPA. They're going to do it. They got their teams back in 2019. They're going to do it. You've heard of DARPA. What are they going to do, Gina? Do you like DARPA? Well, just a second. I'm gonna do this. I am. Okay. Probably ain't gonna. Elon and DARPA. It has something to do with also. Let me show you what else it has to do. It has something to do with this, but oh, it's much more. What they are planning, there's not going to be no hole drilled in your head. I'm just going to read it. I'm going to make it teeny tiny. Hello, Carol, honey. So, DARPA's new project is investing millions into the brain-machine interface technology. Okay. When Elon Musk and DARPA both hop aboard the cyborg hype train, you know that brain-machine interfaces are about to achieve the impossible. This was an article from 2019 on June the 5th. The next generation non-surgical neural technology N3 program, DARPA. That's what it is. See if I can. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna do a window capture. I'm gonna shrink myself down. You need to know about this. You really do. But Gina, this is going to get you in trouble. Well, at least I'm not going to get in trouble for having raindrop UFOs. This is not raindrop UFOs. This is technology at its finest. It is. This is the future. This could be that catastrophic mutating event. Put it teeny tiny. I'm gonna do the window capture. Okay, I am. Let me get my window capture out. Got it. I've got it. There we go. Isn't that better? Just a lot better. There we go. We got it. We have got it. You can see it right here. DARPA's new project is investing millions into brain-machine interface technology. You see that article on it? See the timestamp? It's June the 5th of 2019. Now we're in the year 2024. 2024. I'm gonna go up on it. No. See, you probably already expected this. It's called the N3 program. DARPA is looking to expand the BMIs in the military. Rather than microelectrodes, they're looking to acoustic signals electromagnetic waves, nanotechnology, genetically, we can read it together. Nanotechnology, genetically enhanced neurons, and infrared beams for their next generation BMIs. You won't even have to drill a hole in your head. The radical departure from devastating impact. Wireless BMIs dramatically boost bodily functions. It's similar to the Black Mirror episode, Men Against Fire. Go watch it. Gina, have you watched it? No, I just came into this article. When trickled down to civilian use, the technologies are poised to revolutionize medical treatment, or they could galvanize the transhumanist movement with an inconceivably powerful tool that fundamentally alters society for better or worse. Fundamentally alters society for better or for worse. And here is what you need to know. That's why that article was written. So we want to know what it is that we need to know. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Yeah, welcome. We're going to read this right here. The Radical Upgrades, the 4-year NT program. So what's 9 plus 4? It's 13. So that would take us into the year 2023. So now we're in the year 2024. It's non-invasive and minutely invasive neural interfaces. You can see it. Neural interfaces to both read and write into your brain. You'll have the non-invasive technologies will sit on your scalp. Their sensors and stimulators will likely measure entire networks of neurons, controlling the movement. These systems could allow soldiers to remotely pilot robots in the field with drones, rescue bots like the Boston Dynamics Big Dog. They can boost multitasking prowess, mind controlling multiple weapons at once, like a superhero. Similar to how able-bodied humans can operate a third robotic arm, in addition to their own two. Will you imagine that? Could you imagine have a third robotic arm on your body to supplement the 2 arms that you already have, and you can control that just like you can control your arms. You'd be like a 3-armed individual. This is they want to have invasive. They want to deliver nanotransducers without surgery. Example, an injection of a virus carrying light sensitive sensors or other chemical biotech or self-assembled nanobots can reach individual neurons and control their activity independently without damaging their sensitive tissue. The proposed use for these technology isn't yet well specified, but as animal experiments have shown, controlling the activity of single neurons at multiple points is sufficient to program artificial memories of fear, desire, and experiences directly into your brain. Now granted, this was a 4-year thing. Now the 4 years has passed because now we're in 2024. It's an $18 million project. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Final N3 deliverables will include a complete integrated bi-directional brain machine interface system. You'll say, not in my brain. What if you're not aware of it? Interface system. The project description states that this doesn't include hardware, but also doesn't just include hardware, but also new algorithms tailored to these systems, demonstrated in a Department of Defense relevant application. Right off the bat, the usual tools of the BMI trade, including microelectrodes, MRI, transcranial magnetic stimulation, are off the table. The popular technologies rely on surgery, heavy machinery, and personnel to sit very still, conditions unlikely in the real world. The 6 teams will tap into 3 different kinds of natural phenomena for communication. It's going to be magnetism, light beams, and acoustic waves. For example, Rice University is combining genetic engineering, infrared laser beams, and nanomagnets for a bidirectional system. The $18 million man, well, it looked like the $1 million man. Now we got an $18 million project called Moana. Magnetic optical acoustic neural access device. Uses viruses to deliver 2 extra genes into your brain. One encodes a protein that sits on top of the neurons and emits infrared light when the cell activates. Red and infrared light can penetrate through the skull. This lets a skull cap embedded with light emitters and detectors pick up these signals for subsequent decoding. Ultra-fast and ultra-sensitive photo detectors will further allow the cap to ignore the scattered light and tease out relevant signals emanating from a targeted portion of your brain. How we doing over here? We're talking about this catastrophic mutating event that is going to occur in the year 2025. I don't know what it is, but the WEF has inferred that there will be a catastrophic mutating event that will occur within 2 years, and they made that statement in, was it January of 2023, last year. How we doing over here? We doing great. Hello, Brandy. Maple syrup is more. Let's look at this. Baking soda, that's great. How are you doing over here, Carol Honey? You got it before 2025. Yes. Now let's look at this. The Carnegie team plans to use ultrasound waves to pinpoint light interaction in targeted brain regions. Yeah. In targeted brain regions, which can then be measured through a wearable hat to right into your brain and produce a flexible, wearable electrical mini generator that counterbalances the noisy effect of the skull and scalp to target specific neural groups. Your head will get really hot. You're going to be having a hot flash with something like that on your head. Well, that's okay. They'll be able to cool you off and you won't have a hot flash. Similarly, a group at Johns Hopkins is also measuring light path changes in the brain to correlate them with regional brain activity to read wetware commands. Wetware commands. The Teledyne Scientific and Imaging Group, in contrast, is turning to tiny light-powered magnetometers to detect small localized magnetic fields that neurons generate when they fire and match those signals to the brain output. The non-profit Battle team gets even fancier with their brainstorms. Well, that sounds like it's going to be a brainstorm inside your brain. You know how you brainstorm and come up with ideas? brainstorms. That's really interesting. It really is interesting. Nanotransducers, magnetic nanoparticles wrapped in piezoelectric shell. The shell can convert electrical signals from neurons into magnetic ones, and vice versa. This allows external transceivers to wirelessly pick up the transformed signals and stimulate them. Stimulate that brain through a bidirectional highway. Hello, Albert, honey. Yeah, greetings in Vermont. Oh my goodness, the magnetometers. Okay, magnetometers. The HARP magnetometer. Remember? The HARP induction magnetometer. That was really big magnetometer. The HARP induction magnetometer. Gina, honey, there's no such thing as the HARP induction magnetometer. Yes, there is. I studied it for years, day and night. Magnetometer. Oh, I'm going to say induction. I'm going to do that. Induction magnetometer. That's perfect. Well, we just love it. It's supposed to be shut down. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, they supposed blah 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 shut it down, but we'll see an image of it. We will. They'll just show it. Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like right there. The High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program is a University of Alaska Fairbanks program which researches the ionosphere, the highest ionized particle part of the Earth. Okay, we got that. High frequency band right there. So you got it. We got HARP, but it's supposed to be out of commission. That's what they said. How we doing? We doing great. Magneto. Was Magneto one of the superheroes? There was some kind of show that had a character called Magneto. I don't know what it was. I just remember the name Magneto. Yeah, Magneto. Whoever Magneto was. Okay. Oh, what do we? I deleted my something. I was supposed to be deleting that, and I deleted my window capture. Now I've got to go back to my window. I just deleted my window capture. Oh, it was Spider-Man's Magneto. Okay, I got you. No, I don't want to do HD Movie Maker. I want to be on me. And I want to do Magneto. Magneto. No, I want to do this right here. This is what I want to be. I want to do this. Magneto on Spider-Man. Let me try to get this on here. Okay, we got it. Ah, there we go. Spider-Man's enemy. Yeah, enemy. Spider-Man's enemy. He didn't like Spider-Man for some strange reason. Manolito. Hello there, Greenleaf in South Carolina. So what we supposed... Okay, they're going to do the brainstorms. Nanotransducers. I'm just reading it because... so all I feel like doing is reading it. Magnetic nanoparticles wrapped in a piezoelectric shell. How big is a nanoparticle? That's what we want to know. How big is a nanoparticle? Let's see. How big is a nanoparticle? Nano. Mork from orc. But I'm just going to bring it on here, okay? A nanoparticle is an ultra fine. It's making me hot. A nanoparticle is an ultrafine particle, and it is a particle of matter 1 to 100 nanometers in diameter. The term is sometimes used for larger particles up to 500 nanometer, whatever, or fibers or tubes that are less than 100 nanometers in only two directions at the lowest range. Metal particles smaller than 1 nanometer are usually called atom clusters. The black goo. Let's see how big compared. Let me see, compared to a strand of hair. How about that? Let me just see. I'm sure they got something like that so we can see. Oh, this is perfect. It is so perfect, you all. Let me see if I can get my oh, we're over here. That's perfect. We're over here. We can see it. Good. Let's look how big a nanoparticle is. Human hair. No, let's see. All right. Well, you got some fine beach sand. You got a human hair. You got a PM10. I can't even find a nanoparticle. There's a micron, so that's kind of two, whatever. I want to know what a nanoparticle. There's where you can see something like that. Oh, wow. There's a nanoscale right there. A nanoscale. You got a house. Nanoparticle. Oh my gosh. Let's look at that. So a nanoparticle, it looks like is 4 nanometers in diameter. An ant is 4 millimeters long. Wow. It still don't tell me nothing. Well, you just can't see it. You cannot see it. How about that? Smart dust being mentioned in the past. Yeah. Let me read your statement, Kimberly Honey. Julian Assange said that people will not be able to comprehend just how widespread the nanoparticles are now. It's in everything. Laundry soap, beads, etc. That's right. Wow, so nanoparticles. The size of them. Oh, okay, this is perfect. Well, not too perfect. You got water, glucose, antibody, virus, bacteria, cancer cell, a period, and a tennis ball. Nanopores. Oh, look at that. Look at a nanowire resting on a human hair. Oh my gosh. That is so tiny. Yeah, it's going to take you a while to get there. You recall smart dust mentioned in the past. Schalzbot. Yes, nano. Has it shown it yet? Because I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting for the live stream to catch up. That is, wow. That's how big a nanoparticle is. A nanowire on a human hair. You ain't even gonna. You're breathing this in your body. You better plead the blood of Jesus on you. You better pray. They probably are already putting false memories in people and all that kind of stuff. Tracking devices. They can track you with your hair. Okay, where you're just one strand of hair, they can track you with it. You can't hide from this stuff. You can't. Hello, they're aliens a race. Oh, yes. They're gonna track you down. Oh, that's pretty. You know what that reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of the ball in Jack's. But it kind of reminds me of just geometric. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. How small is a nano? Oh my. Ugh, that's kind of gross. Well, it looks like the stuff is pretty small. So it is super, super small, and yeah, it's really small. Okay, we got to go back to this one right here. Can you imagine if your hairballs are like Rosie? Oh my gosh. That's right. Okay, 4 years. So where are we at? We are at the magnetometers. They can be delivered into your brain through a nasal spray. Oh my gosh. They can be delivered in your brain through a nasal spray or other non-invasive methods and magnetically guided toward the targeted regions of your brain. And when no longer needed, they can once again be steered out of your brain and into your bloodstream, where you can get them out of your body. See, you just get them out of your body. Just like that. I wonder how activated charcoal powder handles them. I do. You go look it up. Well, you ain't gonna find nothing on here. You are not gonna find hardly anything about that. Mind blown yet? Yeah, we're gonna try to be this. Yes. I sprayed something in my nose years and years and years and years ago. I think it was in Germany. I had a really bad sinus thing. I was told, well, get that nose spray and spray it up in your nose. Oh, it was the worst thing ever. Oh my gosh. That's hurt my nose so bad. I hadn't done it ever since then, and that was in 1990. No, I don't like to squirt things up my nose. It's kind of gross. Mind blown. The challenges facing the teams. It's a 4-year miracle. So this article was written on June the 5th of 2019. That was when you know who was still president. The 4-year miracle. So if you do 2019 plus 4 years, that's taking you into the year 2023. Now we are in the year 2024. If they indeed started their teams back then, they could have started them ahead of time, and they just telling you about it right now. The challenges the teams are facing are enormous. DARPA's stated goal is to hook up at least 16 sites in the brain with the BMI. And it's not the body mass index. It's not that. Your BMI. What is your BMI? No, it's the brain machine interface. And a lag of less than 50 milliseconds. That's why they need the crypto. That's why they need the blockchain technology. That's why they need that stuff. It goes right along with the algorithms and stuff. Okay, less than 50 milliseconds on the scale of average human visual perception. That's crazy high resolution for devices sitting outside the brain, both in space and time. The brain tissue, the blood vessels, and the scalp and skull are all barriers that scatter and dissipate neural signals. Well, what are they going to do? Hello there, Frank honey. All 6 teams will need to figure out the least computationally intensive ways to fish out relevant brain signals from background noises and triangulate them to the appropriate brain region to decipher the intent. They're going to go fishing in your brain. And that's really going to be daunting. It is going to be daunting. This is really interesting. It's a 4-year miracle. I mean, it can help a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people who have a lot of trauma in their brains, they'll say, yes, I don't want to be reminded of it. Get it in there. Get rid of those bad memories. I want good memories so I can function. Well, I can see Yeah. In the long run, 4 years and an average 20 million per project isn't much to potentially transform our relationship with machines, for better or worse, in sickness and in health, forsaking all others until death do you part. There. DARPA, to its credit, is keenly aware of potential misuse of remote brain control. Could you imagine somebody hacking your brain and making you do things that you don't want to do and you don't even know you're doing it? The program is under the guidance of a panel of external, you know what I thought it said, extraterrestrial advisors. That's what I was getting ready to say, extraterrestrial advisors with expertise in bioethical issues. You could have some extraterrestrial beings who advise with expertise in bioethical issues, and their bioethical issues may not represent the bulk of the advisors. It may not. And although DARPA's focus is on enabling able-bodied soldiers to better tackle combat challenges, it's harder to argue that wireless, non-invasive BMIs will also benefit those most in need, veterans and other people with debilitating nerve damage, which is good. To this end, the program is heavily engaging the FDA to ensure it meets safety and efficacy regulations for human use. It's when you get a bad thought out of nowhere. Yes, Jennifer, honey. And it's not your own, and you push it away. Jennifer, now let's just think, what if that is where, hello there, Polly, honey. What if that is where those bad thoughts are coming from? It's coming from this technology, and some may not even be aware of it. Because you know they're not your thoughts, and you don't think on things like that. Yeah. All right. Will we be there in just 4 years? That's what they're saying now. Will we be there in just 4 years? I think you are there. Will we be there in just 4 years? I'm skeptical. But these electrical, optical, acoustic, magnetic, and genetic body mass indexes, as crazy as they sound, seem inevitable. DARPA is preparing for a future in which a combination of unmanned systems, AI, and cyber operations may cause conflicts to play out on timelines that are too short for humans to effectively manage with current technology alone, said Al Imandi, the N3 program manager. The question is, now that we know what's in store, how should the rest of us prepare? This was the Singularity Hub right here. That was 2019. Shelley, honey, that was a really good article that you wrote. It was really informative. It was. The Wave Watch. What's the Wave Watch? Yes. Only the Word of God can stop what is coming and what is happening. Well, if you read the Word of God, there's some things that are prophesied to come and they cannot be stopped. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall never pass away. That's what it says. My word shall never pass. Oh, what's my hair is poking up. It is his words will never pass away. Yeah, so that was DARPA with their brain interface technology. Is that where I hooked into it? defense. They got the war fighting. See, all of this has already been happening. And you know, you can send machines out to do the mine sweep so that the military don't get their legs blown off and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they got going on. All of it. Well, you won't have to set with this on your head right here, I don't think, but if you are a Borg, you might have the Borg and brain machine interface. Yeah. So they don't have to put that in your head anymore. No, they can just do it the other way. With nanos. Nano. But they had to study the brain. Is what they had to do. Is that Picard? Yeah, that's Picard. That's also the brain machine gadget interfaces, the villainous gadgets or tools for the next generation superheroes. You can see that right there. The next generation superheroes. You're going to be a superhero. The neuroscientists, connections between minds and machines are portrayed in popular culture, and what the future holds for this reality-defying technology. Gina, this will never happen. It's already happening. It is. It's already happening. Superheroes, The Matrix, The Men in Black, Captain Marvel, Total Recall. Yeah. It's all of that. I'm not reading it. Oh. You mentioned researchers are already starting to think about the dark sides of using the brain machine. What sort of risks come from the technology? The risk is the surgery. That's out of question now. They don't need to do the surgery now. No, you just breathe it in. Breathe it in and everything else. It's non-invasive. You won't even know it. That's how good it is now. No. Just breathe it in. If you had unlimited technology at your disposal, how would you decide to incorporate a brain-machine interface into your superhero persona? If I could be a transformer, I could walk around and then I could fly into the sky Iron Man style. And that would be pretty awesome, this person said. He's going to fly into it Iron Man style. Superhero. Well, they have a lot of experts weighing in on this technology, but in the end, the technology will go on. They can't stop it. Science must continue. Science must advance. What that was the phrase. The phrase science must advance. I think that's what they said. Science must move with the times. That's what it's saying. It must move with the times. It's not going to stop. It's not. So I'm going to be done talking about that. Yeah. Brainstorm was a great film. Was that really a film, Dean? I've never heard of the film Brainstorm. What was it about? Brainstorm? Movie? Oh, that's really interesting. It was American science fiction directed. Wonder what it was about. It was somebody died and something happened to them. Ethical personal dilemmas with technology and their potential limitations. Okay. The Chamber of Commerce, the good ETs, can stop them from destroying humanity. We just have to ask them. We have to live the future our enemies plan for us, especially considering we pay them to do it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Semi-virtual reality. Let me see. It's a Turner movie classic. If you watch Turner movie classics, well, that's a little bit too big for his head. A scientist battles the military for control of a machine that records sensory experiences, including death. Oh, wow. Wow. And how long ago was that? In the 1970s? Oh, they're already there. In 1983, it was just 1 year before the 1984 book, The Brainstorm. Well, so I guess that's what it is right there. Just like that with your brain. Yeah, love from Australia, Dean. Turner movie classics. Why is it TCM? Turner Classic Movies? Yeah, that's okay, Al. Y'all, you just tuning in. They got the... Okay, they're going to do your brain. Where were we at? We was over here, and we was looking at Picard, and we was looking... I somehow clicked into... something. I was looking at the plasma also. Somehow we clicked into DARPA. DARPA and Mr. Musk. They were right there. Their new project. And they were going to, they got radical upgrades. This is an article from June the 5th of 2019. And they invested $18 million into this project to do brain-machine interface. It was called the N3 project. They had 6 teams, and they had to come up with a way to do that brain-machine interface, and without surgery. So that's what they... This was the one. Wait. Where's the one about... Oh, come on. Let me just do this. Let me go down a little bit more. They was going to use acoustic waves, magnetism, light beams. And they were going to do genetic engineering. This is it right here. Let me get this over here, because this half the article is written. This is really... It was called Moana. Magnetic, optical, and acoustic neural access device uses viruses to deliver 2 extra genes into your brain. One encodes a protein that sits on top of the neurons and emits infrared light when the cell activates. My nose is starting to itch. Red and infrared light can penetrate through the skull. This lets a skull cap embedded with light emitters and detectors to pick up these signals for subsequent decoding. Ultra-fast and ultra-sensitive, ultra-fast and ultra-sensitive photodetectors will further allow the cap to ignore scattered light and tease out relevant signals emanating from targeted portions in your brain. Okay, so you could have things in your brain, thoughts that get there, and they are not your thoughts, is what it's about. You can use a nasal spray. Magnetometers can be delivered into your brain through a nasal spray or other non-invasive methods. and magnetically guided towards your targeted brain regions. And when no longer needed, they can be again steered out of your brain and into your bloodstream, where your body can excrete them without harm. It's a 4-year miracle. Can they reach it? You can even control them with your mind and things like that. Will we be there in just 4 years? Well, the WEF said, when they had their meeting and said we're going to have a catastrophic mutating event that was going to occur within 2 years, and that is in the year 2025, and it could come sooner. But even during their meetings, they had this lady said that they will have the ability to read your thoughts in the workplace. Also, your thoughts will no longer be your thoughts. You seen major glitches today, Brandy? Yeah, the true roots of something. Now I'm just going to tell you, this is called they had permission with the DARPA N3 project. This is coming. It's already here probably. And what can you do about it? Nothing. You can't do a thing about it. Yes, I can. Well, you can be, we can raise awareness. That's what we can do. So, like someone said in the comment section, when you get those thoughts that come out of nowhere and you know they're not your thoughts, it could have came from technology like this, from what's already inside your body, and or they said they can use light, they can use a frequency, infrared, magnetometers, whatever else they can use. It was, yes. The Minority Report, Kimberly. Yes, thought crimes. So they're going to get you for your thought crimes. And a lot of you people are going to be going to jail for your thought crimes. You better get those thoughts under control. You better. Because they're going to get you. You ain't going to be able to tell them, no, I was not thinking that. Because guess what they can do? They can form an image of your thoughts right there. Oh my gosh, my nose was really itching. When I just said that, it really started itching. We can be supernatural. My nose is really, really itching now. It wants me to scratch my nose. See, they can cause my nose to itch. The Terminators are coming soon to us all. They are. Oh, the liquid Terminator. Oh, did you know that scientists have created the liquid Terminator? Let's find a liquid Terminator. We want to see a liquid Terminator. My nose is really itching. The liquid Terminator. Oh, the T-1000 Terminator. That is so gross. But I believe it. Wow. He was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger. They can liquid metal effect in the Terminator, and they can reorganize themselves. Hello, Juan Salinas. I used to live in Salinas, California, when my husband was taking classes at the Presidio of Monterey. Did I live in there? I think I did. It was only for a brief moment in time. There's the liquid one. There it is again. There it is again, reassembling it. Okay, we've seen those. We've seen the technology where they had the stuff that can turn into its shape. Yeah, it can go through the walls. Yep, it can go through the walls. Look, they can make more than, if they can make one, then they can make more than one. Could the liquid Terminator... Could the liquid metal Terminator be existing in real life? Let's see. I want to reject it. This is the 2015, so if they wrote the article like that, I'm sure it does. We're going to Terminator genocide, the Genesis system. The T-1000 could actually feature in reality. I've literally hammered a nail through a computer, and the computer doesn't like it very much. Oh, wow. Yo, this is wild. Vibranium. What is that, James Haggard? Vibranium. Is that the name of it? They got an army of Terminators. Wow. But all living things are actually amazing in their turns of ability. Vibranium for Wakanda. Oh, Wakanada. Vibranium. Oh, yes. There we go. That's right. We got it. Thank you, James. Now, look at that. Such a valuable resource. I hope they're going to use it for good. Oh, my. This makes my eye itch, so we can see it right here. This is real. All of this is real. It's not just movies. Vibranium Wakanada. Captain America. Silver War. We're going to have a Silver War. How to traverse the vibranium filtering section in the Marvel's Avengers. Wow. Well, I guess that's about right. Yeah. They opened it up, Kimberly. They opened it up. I think we said that a long time ago, that they opened it up. And they couldn't close it at all. That was a really creepy movie, that Terminator. Liquid metal that reassembles. I remember watching that. Right there it is. The shape-shifting robot can liquefy itself and reform. I don't want to. There it is. It's a person-shaped robot to escape a cage, and then return to its original shape. Okay, there it was. They created a miniature robot that can melt and reform back into its original shape, allowing it to complete tasks in tight spaces, even behind bars. It's the journal Matter. There it is. It's right there in the journal Matter. Look at all of these images. New liquid metal technology can make shape-shifting robots. Wow. You wouldn't want to drink it. You wouldn't. The new liquid metal can shape-shift robots. There's been growing interest in machines and structures that can change their shape, stiffness, ability to bear a load, architectural systems. Terminator. It's a little metal lattice out of Fields alloy. Bismuth, indium, and tin. Alloy metal. Wow. Is it possible in this world that we live in? Of course it's possible. What if your objects became inanimate? That looks like mercury. Doesn't that look like mercury? And they said you're not supposed to touch it. What if the mercury, that also, you know what also this looks like when you touch it? This looks like solder. If you've ever soldered anything, that's what that looks like. It looks like a roll of solder. When you heat it up, it turns into that shape. And then it hardens. But when it gets hot again, they plan for the zombies. Yes, we got the zombie apocalypse coming. Remain underwater for longer periods of time. The black goo. Yep, the black goo. The black goo can reassemble itself. The black goo is that looks just like solder. It does. You can make solder look just like that. The graphene oxide, they got imprisoned inside the earth. I would go down there and get my solder iron, my dad's solder iron and his stuff, and melt it, but I'm not going to do it because it'd take a while to heat up the solder iron. But it'd make it look like that. Black goo, the stuffs of dreams, the biggest threat to humanity. The middle of the season 3, the French salvagers have discovered an alien vessel. Let's see what this is. This is what has happened. The black goo. Wasn't there an old movie of the guy who had the car and he put this black goo in the car? Was it Flubber? And he was able to fly with his car, the Flubber. Yeah, the Flubber. The biggest threat. Westworld and Severance. Let me see. There is a question to answer. It's a terrifying question. What the HE double hockey sticks happened to the graphene? I got some, I'm going to have my lime water. So I'm going to have it. I'm just about empty on it. Let me look at this. I'm in the way of the graphene. Let me shrink myself down. You can't see the article. You want to hear about this. What happened to the graphene? You remember graphene, it got the big, 10 years ago, around the time when the two University of Manchester researchers won the Nobel Prize for discovering it. That is in scare quotes because they really did. My nose. And now, an example is serendipity. We can peel a piece of literal sticky tape off of graphite. Oh, y'all, my nose is really, really itching big time now. Oh wow. Oh. That's awful. It is really itching. The stuff is literal pencils. Basically by accident, the residual flakes comprise a single layer of carbon atoms. Behold graphene, the world's first 2D material. That's in quotes because you can still see it with the naked eye. So it's obviously got some kind of dimensionally third kind of something, you all. It's in, yeah. Let me bring this down a little. We got to be careful what we say about, you know what. Technicalities. Graphene was a miracle material, a carbonaceous coupe. It was as some alien. The aliens handed us keys to the future. Stiff but stretchy, micro thin but super strong, translucent but impermeable, and transistorizable to boot. Flying cars, vicious drug delivery droids, elevators from Earth to the freaking space station. The visions, the predictions of sci-fi writers and tech gurus, Manchester in a video, are finally within our grasp. Quantum, this is superconducting that. Billions of dollars and labs are set up everywhere, and nothing. Metamaterial. You like the movie Stand By Please? We're talking about black goo. Graphene is like the phones. We got graphene in the phones? My nose is really starting to itch. Some people do origami with it, but that's not a space elevator. Well, we're not going to talk about those things. You're not supposed to know. You're being mind controlled right now by a self-replicating mutagenic xeno substance that was initially sold to us as the key to the future. So the proof of its existence is hidden in the only place it can be hidden. It's hidden in science fiction. Oh, I like that. I like how that's written. It's hidden in science fiction. This year alone, the black goo, the science fictional name for the science factual graphene oxide, has seeped its way into not one but two sci-fi shows, Severance and The Westworld. I've not seen them. Have y'all seen the Severance movie and The Westworld? I've got to go down there and get me some more. Got to get me some more lemon water. Do you want? Can we take a water break? I got to go get some lime juice out of the refrigerator and get some water from my Berkey. Yes, I'm going to take a little break to get my water. All right, here comes the water. I've just got to y'all try to stay on topic. Let me see how this topic has been trying to be switched. Oh, elevator music. No. Okay. All right, I'm back. I got to shake up my stuff. Oh, we're doing great. Black goo is where we're at. Hope it doesn't. Yeah. You're praying to God to get that itch and heal her. What am I going to get healed from? There. Oh, here we go. Now, let's get it. I've not seen the movie Severance, but it sounds like it's really scary, and I don't think I would watch it. I've heard of Stranger Things, and I heard that Stranger Things is real. Subliminations, clearly, real world torments are too consistent to be coincidental. They're signs that cannot. Oh, there's black goo inside of the large transformers. Isn't there supposed to be a transformer at Hoover Dam at Lake Mead? Yeah, at Lake Mead. I used to live in Henderson, Nevada. I lived there for like 7 years, and we take our little boat to Lake Mead until the water started going down really low. But that's a big area right there. Oh, Oh, Westworld, whose latest season finds the robots in complete control of humankind. This they accomplish, the robot in chief indicates, using a combination of flies, parasites, and black goo. Vats of this stuff is hidden in layer glistening sickly. It seems to be the medium in which parasites are grown, a callback to the first major appearance of the black goo in the canon. So trying to give me a, let me look at this. Wow. In the canon, what do it mean in the canon? Do they mean in the Pope's canon book? Is that what they mean? The Pope's canon book? Purity virus. The purity virus? What is a purity virus? Purity virus. I know it's not pure. All right. What's the relationship between the purity control and the X-Files? It's an alien virus used by the colonists to take over the planets. The virus infects the indigenous life forms and hijacks their cellular machineries to produce more alien colonists. Back in the 70s, a group of humans known as the Syndicate, the Smoky Man, found out about the alien plot to begin the colonization on Earth in 2012. Oh, wow. What if this is really true? Realizing the severity of the situation, they threatened to make the surface of the Earth uninhabitable. They did want to do that. My hair is kind of a little wild. By bombing with nuclear weapons and using this leverage, they were able to come to a compromise. My nose is still itching. With the alien colonists, and the colonists would give them the DNA to help the Syndicate. Oh, yeah, now this is wild. The Syndicate developed alien human hybrids which would be able to survive the coming colonization. Oh, wow. Unbeknownst to the alien colonists, the Syndicate had a secret plan. The entire time they're supposed to be helping the colonists, they were using the alien DNA, giving to them to develop a vaccine against the purity virus. And they called this the purity control. Their plan was to distribute the vaccine to all humanity, saving the world from the alien colonization. What if that's what's taking place right now? What if it is? And it's really the purity to save us from the aliens. Yeah. Well, it makes a person think. It really makes a person think. Oh my gosh, you all. This is wild. That really makes a person think. Oh my gosh. Look at. Oh, it's the black goo. It's the black oil. It's also the black goo that was seen in Star Trek. The black goo of Star Trek? Okay, let's see that. That's the black goo of Star Trek. The Armis, the memory alpha. Look at that. It's got memory. It can get into your brain. Wow, look at that. There were 3 ways. There were 3 mouth holes on the headpiece in Star Trek, designed in such a way that fingers could be easily inserted to clear the actor's mouth from the black goo. Look at that. They had the black goo there. Armis Memory Fandom. The skin. Oh, the skin of evil. That doesn't sound too good. The skin of evil. What is that about? Oh, wow. The Enterprise receives a distress signal from the shuttercraft, and they bend people up there. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. They communicated with Armis and learned that it is a physical manifestation of evil from the bodies of an ancient race. Wow. Physical manifestation of evil. They want to permanently quarantine Vagra. Armis is fury. Oh, wow. The Shroud. Why did they name something called the Shroud in the Turin? The original story was called the Shroud. The Outer Limits. Jean felt we couldn't kill the creature because it's not up to us as human beings to make a moral judgment on any creature that we encountered because we are not God. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is kind of wild. So we got the skin of evil. We got the purity. It's a life force. The Russians did it. The Russians did it. Kimberly, honey, you hope Gina reads the chats later and do research entitled The Military Tesla Medbeds. Kimberly, honey, I have to share whatever I feel led within my spirit to share. And tonight I'm sharing this. I didn't even know I was going to be sharing this at all. And if I were to do research like other people, my heart's not going to be into it. It's not. I've got to have my mind completely free. That way I can share. But it's good that you've got the stuff in the comments section. And if I'm led to it, then that'd be great. It would be great. Now we're right here. The more commonly referred to as the black oil, the black cancer by the Russians. An alien virus that thrived in petroleum deposits underground on Earth. Have you heard of that? It was capable of entering humanoids through their eyes and their mouth and their nose and their ears. That sounds like the real thing. Remember like that black goo thing? The life force of the alien colonists. It can infect other races in order to conquer them. Yeah. Look at that. Let me get my picture out of the way. See, that's a black goo. Did you know about that? What if there is something to the oil? Look, 35,000 BC. 35,000 BC. Oh, they got a Gushin out of their eyes. Captain Kyle had this 1945. The black oil pours out of Captain Kyle Sanford aboard the Zeus Faber in 1945. Surfer Girl, Gina, when was that article? Which article was it, Surfer Girl? Because I've been on a lot of articles that I've been in. Okay, so we saw the goo and the purity thing right there. Somehow we got over to the purity and control. We went over to there. Just one thing led to another. Are you talking about this one right here? Oh, the 45? Oh, I don't know when it was. I'm already off of it now. Yeah. Don't know. I have no idea when it was. I don't even know if it was that. Oh, there it is right there. Early human contact. What if this is really true? In 35,000 BC, two primitive humans pursued a set of strange tracks frozen in the wasteland. A B-52, a B-29, I don't know what it is. This was something about Pearl Harbor and things. I have no idea what I'm reading or what. How on earth did we get over here? Okay, we're talking about the X-Files. Good evening, Brent. Oh, the colony. Yeah. So long, the safe. Oh, it self-ejects itself. The black Egument, the black egument. Let me make myself smaller. The black egument ejects itself from the eyes and the mouth. Any living thing that comes into direct contact with the black goo, known technically in this universe as chemical A03959X.91-15, will either die horribly, give birth to monsters, or become a monster themselves. You see a lot of this oozy in the infection in Prometheus. Also in Raqqa, a little-known short film by Neil Blomkamp. We need to get this article put in here. This is called Wired.com. This gets me in trouble. I'll put it in the live stream. Wired.com. In the live stream, it's pasted. You can see it yourself. Sigourney Weaver leads a last hurrah in 2020 Texas against the alien colonizers equipped with black goo weaponry that can somehow control your minds and obliterate buildings. Both control minds and obliterate the buildings. You have the link. Thank you, Al, honey. The sci-fi black goo. Okay, now we got Luc Besson's Lucy is some sort of sparky transhumanist supercomputing thing. Oh, it's ecologically terrorizing. Lucy's, never heard of that. Under the Skin. An alien who drowns and eats men in a sea of black goo. Severance, metaphorical visual symbol, the ways in which realities bleed into and out of each other. The Stranger Things. Interdimensional trespasser. A medium. Whatever the black goo is, it's alien everywhere and the source of all evil on the planet. So the black goo is the source of all evil on the planet. Okay. All right. She was, oh my gosh, what on this? No, man, look at this. She was, Greta Van Thunberg. She got inducted into International, even Intergalactic Society of Black Goo Worshippers. For proof, look no further than the cover of the Guardian magazine, where she's pictured with a slick black substance dripping down her face. They claimed it was a harmful mixture of olive oil and finger paint to symbolize a human oil spillage. Oh, it was so, let me look at that. She don't got no hair no more? What happened to her hair? Did she get rid of her hair? Did she get her head shaved, do you think? Remember when the solar eclipse was happening and we read this article and this woman had ended the article and talking about the solar eclipse. She said, just think of it as a baptism in darkness. That's what the woman said. That's how she ended the article. Just think of the solar eclipse as a baptism in darkness, is how she ended it. I didn't even know that right there had existed. The Black Goo Society. I didn't know there was a such thing as a Black Goo Society. When the party's over? When the party's over, Billie English downs a glass of black goo and proceeds to cry it out of her eyes. Oh wow, this is really weird. Some say We're talking about the aliens here. Nobody knows exactly how it got here. Black goo, maintaining goo's hold on humanity. What if the black goo is oil? What if it is? What if it's the oil in your car? Oh, wow. You think? Well, they call it the black gold. Let's see. Nobody knows how it got here. Some say a spaceship carried the stuff, crash landed in prehistoric Antarctica, where it lay in wait until an opportunist thawing and subsequent global spreading. Others say roughly 16,000 years ago, ancient aliens poured consciousness down on our planet in the form of a black rain. Well, we got the black sun, and they corrupted over the century humanity's never-ending resources to violence, thickened in the substance we know as black goo. Yeah, I said black gold. Hungry nanobots. For a modern-day interpretation of the Genesis event, see the opening scene of Prometheus, where humanity's common alien ancestor drinks the black goo, then disintegrates and seeds the Earth's water with its DNA. The black goo. The Nazis relied on secret reserves of it for their dark powers. You can watch for free on the internet. The Falklands War was fought over the black goo. Margaret Thatcher wanted to weaponize this sentient oil. Is the black goo black castor oil? Is it? Let me see this. Black goo. Black castor oil. Oh, we've already looked up the black cube in Mecca. Yeah. It's not castor oil. Okay. Could it be the blood of certain people? I don't know. Where was we at? This is a really interesting article. Margaret Thatcher wanted to weaponize Margaret Thatcher. The Falklands War and Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret. I can't spell her name. We just do Thatcher. Wanted to weaponize sentient oil. Let me see that. Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher. Prime Minister. She was Prime Minister. PM Thatcher wanted to weaponize black goo. Oh. Wait. The black goo, with unpublished commentary, Thatcher wanted to weaponize the sentient oil. Sentient, what does sentient mean, you all? Sentient. Definition of sentient. Having a sense of perception and conscious. Experiencing sensation or feeling. Having a faculty, sensations of perception. Experience feelings. It comes alive. It's got a senses of consciousness. Self-aware. Paradox fossils. Parasitic. Okay, what are we supposed to... She wanted to... and she probably succeeded. It's scary stuff, and people are still piecing together the effects it's had on civilization. Oh, the good, the bad, and the ugly. My nose is itching again. This was an unpublished. How She Changed the World. With her, she helped the apartheid. Oh, she was conservative. Okay, that was that. Let's see her black goo commentary. Oh my gosh, you all. Can you believe this stuff? It's like, why you gotta drink yourself in oil? Ugh. It looks like oil. It looks like the shadow. AI slime. In reply, where might an AI slime gain perception of reality? Nexus Magazine, Co-Evolution, April of 2019. They're transferring the data. Comet Haley Bop. Energy breakthrough. Nexus. You ever hear of the Nexus? Nexus. I'm supposed to look at that. That's disgusting. Look at that. Alright, so we have the, you have that. She wanted to, did I open that up? Jack the Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. And so between them both, you see, they licked the platter clean. Okay, let's look at this right here. The total solar eclipse 2024 and baptism in darkness and the black goo. That's how someone explained it. You're gonna get baptized in the darkness is how they explained it. The reality is worse than fiction. It's really effed up, Melanie. I know it. You'll have to use a different word other than the F-U-C-K word because Google screens it out. No, Al, can you unhide her? Because I can't do it on my end. She just used the wrong word. Because I can't unhide her. Yeah. I can't unhide nobody that anybody hides. At all. Oh, okay, Al, honey. Yeah, she didn't know she couldn't use that F word. That's why Google held it into that thing. Yeah. So this right here with the purity files, the black goo. Oh my gosh, their eyes. I don't know how to do it. Okay, Al. Well, if I can find it in my block thing, I can do it. Yeah. Oh, you found out how to do it. Yeah, Melanie, honey, if you can't say the F word on here, Google automatically holds your comment because they don't like foul language on here. That was Google's thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Can you look at the black eyes? People's black eyes. This Bernard Gaither, he got infected with the alien, and his eyes turned black. The black-eyed children. The black-eyed children. Black-eyed children. Remember that? Oh, you're welcome. What if they are? Look at this. You're welcome, Melanie. Look at that. They're paranormal creatures. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. Oh, no. This is supposed to be PBS. An urban legend exploits fears of an obstructive gauge, deeply unsettling. The ideas that the youngest of our species are out to destroy us with the evil spawn. Archetype Janir, hundreds of years of social... Oh my gosh. Look at that. What if it's the black goo in them? It could. Al, honey, you still on here? This is really strange. You too. Look, are the stories of the black-eyed children true? She made a mistake of letting 2 of them in her home and a blizzard came. Oh, wow, you all. They could be... Oh, okay, yeah. What if the black-eyed children are the black goo? Black goo. They did not make that movie for just to make it. What if they were trying to warn us? Because in those movies, these people had black eyes with black oil in their eyes. The man on the plane with the yelling at the woman, he had black eyes too. The X-File had black eyes. Let's look up the X-File with the black eyes. X-Files with the black eyes. Oh, you're right. Oh, wow. There are people who, they say you can be talking to somebody and then their eyes turn total black. Total black. The hybrids. She was a reptilian. Yeah. Forget about people's eyes turning red. Some people's eyes turn total black. Billie Eilish had black eyes in her video. Oh, all the good girls go to HE double hockey sticks. Cigarette Man and X-Man. Ancient humans' eyes were nearly black. When we're not talking about this, we're talking about when they turn completely black. If the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? So if your eyes are the window to your soul and your eyes turn completely black, that's the light within you right there. The light within you. Oh, wow. Billie Eilish is all turned black. Oh my gosh. That looks like aliens' eyes. Like the alien greys, they have black eyes. Like this in the movie The Colonists. What if they did it? Advanced human eyes can see better day or night. DNA tweaking, word on the street apparently. The last original humans. We are the last original humans? What if you're right? Our race has changed. They got clones. They got the demons. The black goo. The black goo. You better be careful. You talk about the black goo. The black goo's going to come after you. With black oil coming from their eyes. The X-Files. They got implanted memories in the X-Files. That's what the black goo did. Implanted the memories in their head. That's what they said in this article. DARPA's. They can implant memories in your head. That's what they said. Where are we at? Where was it? Where they could put your memories in your head. There we go. Right here. Artificial memories. They can program artificial memories in your head. Right there. That's with that one. And then the X-Files, they had implanted memories. They put them in their heads. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Wow. So people could have memories in their mind of something occurring. And you may know people. They have memories and they don't seem like good memories. And they probably don't know where they come from. But they could already got into people's heads. The Men in Black had dark. Did they have black eyes in the Men in Dark? Y'all, please give this video a thumbs up. We got to find the Men in Black with their dark eyes. Men in Black. Men in Black with black eyes. That's why they wear their sunglasses. No, these are normal eyes right here. We got to have the whole entire eyeball has to turn completely black. The whole eyes. Vampire spawn. Hello. Memory chips in your mouth. You get you some lime juice or some lemon juice and put it with your water. It flushes out your system, detoxes you. You've been there, done that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ghost of Stacy Elliott. Whatever. Hey. Robots. I'm gonna get in trouble. Does Sophia the robot. No, she's got blue eyes. I was wondering if they made her have black eyes, you all. Your Uline water bottle. Water is your go-to. Yeah, you've got it going on. Oh, you having some Doritos? Oh, that sounds really good right now. Some Doritos. Okay, you all. So this black goo. You got the black goo. The black goo. And they look like they model the black goo. They in the movie we reread this whole entire book on this YouTube channel, the the real. And their substance was not no black goo. Their the real was a energy that came from their staffs. It was, but there was nothing in that book at all said anything about any black goo, anything going in the eyes or anything like that. This coming race was like when you go down inside, there is like streets of gold and precious stones and their columns that sound like mansions underground. You made a homemade nachos with chicken. It sounds so good, Michael. It really sounds great. Somebody's freezing. Yeah. So this is what's coming. You got a third robotic arm, your singularity. We started with DARPA, but there's something to the sentient oil. Oh, we're still on this? The UFO researcher Mark Spires, he vomited up 2 liters of black goo liquid before he died. Look at that. UFO Max Spears vomited up 2 liters of black liquid before he died. What if it was just his blood was black? You don't know it's inside of you. Most of the time you don't know it's inside of you, they said. Nanotoxically influencing your every thought and your action. That's one reason many people believe it's graphene oxide, whose capabilities include a programmability that's constant with the mind control effects of black goo. Also, graphene oxide is commonly abbreviated GO-GO. It can make your things black. They have lots of secrets. If you've stumbled on this topic for the first time, it's something weird, something strange, something whatever. A German activist chemist, Kotzweiler, the world's leading authority on black goo, and the Grand Goobah. You can watch many talks about it on YouTube. For him, black goo is impenetrable until you attempt to penetrate it. It's the hidden source of aggression in the world, the thing that makes us empathy-free and cold-hearted. The first time he came into contact with black goo, for instance, was instantly made him want to beat up women. And once you manage to understand what black goo is, it gives you a completely different understanding of the question, what rules our life? And what rules our life is the very substance, goo. It did life, goo. The Skin of Evil episode and the Star Trek Next Generation, Captain Picard faced off a force of purest evil, a life form that self-assembled from a puddle of black goo. And once the being claims that it was good, now it is merely goo. It used to be a part of a tribe of noble titans until they gave up all that was evil and left goo to rot, alone and forgotten on a planet. So here you are, feeding on your own loneliness, consumed by your own pain, believing your own lies. And such is the actual truth of goo. This truth is simple and the truth is terrifying. This truth is this. The goo is real, and the goo will kill you, and the goo is opposite of hope, its shadow. Conspiracially, shall I tell you what true evil is? Picard says before leaving the goo to its eternal damnation. It is to submit to you. Ooh, wow. That is wild. That was wild. The black goo in Picard, and you have the X-Files. They mutated. In 1998 in this movie. Several people were infected with a strain of this virus living dormant beneath the suburban of Dallas, Texas, and the syndicate feared an outbreak. The agents Mulder and Scully investigated the deaths of infected people, where genetically modified corn pollen was being harvested in order to carry the virus. which was deliverable by the bees during the alien invasion. In 1988, they had an alien invasion. Scully is later stung by one of the bees and infected with the virus, and the syndicate abducted her and took her to the research facility in Antarctica, where she is incarnated along with hundreds of other infected hosts. Mulder pursued her and was able to administer a vaccine to her, which had provided by a well-manicured man. Look, the black goo oil. Did we already... Let's look. Here's this. I'm going to put this in here. You can look this. This might be something you might want to look at with the black goo. It might. The X-Files. It was your education. I never watched that. Maybe I should watch that. I believe that, James. A pure heart can override the goo. Wash you whiter than snow. Aw, you're welcome, Al, honey. You used to watch them? Yeah, this is really interesting. Where were we at? How did we get the... right here. So what if that... They gotta get the people... I don't know. This is wild. Questionable information by the FBI special agent. Primitive humans during the Ice Age. Look at this. The same theory states in 1947, a UFO crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, and the virus communicated with the UFOs, alerting the American government to its presence. Do you think that's what happened? That is so wild. The black goo communicated to the American, they alerted the American government to its presence. What if that's what happened too? There's insufficient evidence to prove that Scully's theory that the UFO crash that apparently took place in Roswell was also unprovable, although there are historical reports of the alleged incident. Deep throat. There's also evidence that human life actually originated from another extraterrestrial source whose spacecraft is submerged on the Ivory Coast in Africa. Biogenesis. The Ivory Coast. Wow. The Apocrypha. Do you see that? The black oil is, as some remarks in the Apocrypha and Vienna. What is that about the Apocrypha? You know that's in the Bible. Let me look at this. The black oil. The Apocrypha is the 16th episode. Oh, I thought I was talking about the Bible thing. Oh my goodness gracious. This is wild. The Apocrypha, the I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to go back to this right here. Vien. Okay, this is black oil, the virus inhabiting it. The black vermiform organism is an oil. Oh my gosh. Look at what it can do. This black oil has the abilities. It can survive long periods of time in extremely adverse environments, underwater, extreme cold. Oh wow, it could force us into hibernation and remission. Genetic mutations. Oh wow. It can penetrate your human skin. Wow. Oh, you could have the a blackening of your eyes and the appearance of something crawling up your body, as well as a sensitivity to cold air. Wow, you know, this is, I think we've read enough about the black goo. I think we have. It's like the black-eyed children. It's like, let me do this. Let's just go with that. Let's do that. We actually did a video on this channel on them finding this Star Trek. We did a video on here, and we also, when we did this video right here on this channel, we also did a video. It talked about the NIH or something about if they encountered something like a black cloud or Q like they had in Star Trek, they would have to rethink what their definition of life was. And they would have to say it was a life form. Yeah. It's genetically modified. Boom! Yes, James. I am going to go, you all. So this is Captain Picard of the Star Trek Enterprise. And he found the black goo. I don't like looking at him. He's kind of... Let me get him off of there. I'm getting rid of my window capture right now. Let's get rid of my window capture. And get you some lemon juice or lemon oil. You can get it at the Walmart in those bottles. I think like $1 or something. And pour some in your glass. And put you some water in there and mix it up. It's detox you, and it gives you energy too. It makes you younger looking. It does. It can get the toxins out of your body, I guess, or something. Wasn't the Borg was run on oil? Well, we got to see if the Borg was run on oil. Borg run on oil. Let's see. The Borgs. Did the Borgs use black oil to survive? Star Trek. Black oil. Star Trek. I don't know. If they did, I wouldn't be able to find it. I wouldn't. I would not know, but no, who knows about them? I don't know about the Borg with that. Alan Borg blood. Their blood was black. Was the Borg's blood was black? Like, we got to look it up. Was the Borg's blood black? Star Trek Borg's blood black. Well, I can't find a picture of it on here anywhere about their blood being black. Although their veins were black and yucky looking. No, it's not showing up at all. That's something you'd have to further investigate. Borg and black goo together. Borg. Was it Memory Alpha? I'm still not getting it. And no, I can't find it. They had something going to them. Yeah. The hive mind. Yes, it is. I am going to go. Y'all, we've been on here for... Let me see how long we've been on here. For 1 hour. Oh my gosh. It's almost 2 hours long. And it's a Sunday night. And people got to go to work in the morning. That's right, y'all. If you're just tuning in, please give this video a thumbs up. And hit that subscribe button. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining. And it's really interesting. I didn't know there were so many movies out there about black goo and things like that. Yeah. DJ Zadok. Honey, you're going to have to go back and watch it from the beginning. If you so desire. Yeah. You're so very welcome, Miss Constitutional. I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. For everybody who has to go to work in the morning or tonight, you could be on a, can I pull up a picture of a Borg? Let me pull up a picture of the Borg really fast, since we're at it, right? Just pull up the Borg. Ta-da! Prometheus did it. This is Prometheus. Look at him drinking that black stuff. Colonizing the Earth. That was the creepiest movie right there. It was so creepy. Gina, you're in the way. We can't even see Prometheus. Well, you can see him. There he is right there. Gina, you're covering him up. Well, he's not very pleasant to look at. He drank it. There's symbolism all over the place. They put clues all over the place, you all. They did. That and pictures of the Borg. The Borg. We got to what if a xenomorph touches the black goo? Where's this from? What is that from right there, you all? The drink of choice for the Borg is something else. No, I said I don't know about it. There's no other pictures of them. The Borg. The Borg. The Borg. There they are. With their scary bodies. They gotta get recharged. They're not human at all. There's the Borg Queen with just her body. There's these Borg toys. Computers, it's big data centers. They're gonna breed the big data centers. There's him. It's yeah. They got some extra body parts and stuff. Yeah. There's Data. He got a piece of skin on him. All right, that's it, you all. I'm done. I am done for. I'm done for. I'm going. I'm getting rid of the window capture. It's a 2-hour video, and we are done. The smorgasbord. The fair is a veritable smorgasbord. Orgasbord. What's that from? A fair is a veritable smorgasbord. Orgasbord. It's some kind of children's cartoon about the fair. One of the cartoon characters went to the fair to have a smorgasbord. Well, I'm going, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Good night. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, moderators, for everything. And you must come back, Tanika, honey. Yeah, I'll be back. But now I got myself tired. It's 9:17. Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button.